Hi betting experts, on Saturday June the 17th we've got a traditional ITV 7 on Saturday, the best of the action from Sandown, York and one race from Chester, all on really fast ground. The weather forecast 25 degrees and sunny for about the second week running in the UK, absolutely unheard of. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap, sponsored by Bet365. This runs in the 2 o'clock at York. This is the Queen Mother's Cup, a handicap for female amateur jockeys, a class 3 for 3-year-olds and upwards, over the 1 mile 4 trip. And I really like here Kihava, who comes from the yard of Adrian Keatley, who's very much a trainer who's one to follow over the next few years. He's a young trainer, come over from Ireland. He's got runners flat and jumps, and they've all been doing really well. And this handicapper has been thriving in recent weeks in both codes. He relished the very fast ground conditions and looked well ahead of his flat mark when bolting up at York last time out. Big plus that, being able to handle the long, wide open spaces on the Knaves Mile. And he's since won at Market Raisin, bolting up over hurdles. So he's clearly thriving. Now, the handicapper's had a say, but in races of this nature, it'd be more about jockeyship and handling the conditions. And Miss Josephine Townend's been booked, the Irish lady amateur, and that counts for plenty in a race of this nature. Kihava, a really confident choice. Our betting expert value angle selection, sponsored by Bet365, runs in the 340 at York. This is the Oakmere Homes handicap, a heritage handicap for 3-year-olds, rated up to 105, over 6 furlongs, and I'm strong here on Rabar of Charlie Hills. Now, this dual all-weather winner caught the eye last time out. Now, that was in a small field listed prize at Newbury, and it was absolutely no use to him. He pulled really hard under restraint for the first half of the race and then gradually faded out of things from the furlong pole, basically shaping like a useful performer. Things did not pan out at all. Now, he's into a big field of handicappers here, a totally different test, but he's at 6 furlongs on fast ground with Crowley up. They're bound to go a mad gallop. Hopefully, with all the front runners in the lineup, they'll set things up for Rabar and he can swoop late. I think he's got loads of scope to improve. He's only run twice on the turf previously, and I think he's well treated on his all-weather victories. The remaining 5 races from ITV on Saturday, we'll spin through them in time order. At Sandown, the 2:15, a handicap over a mile. Well, Bedorgan comes from a yard going well, Charlie Hills. He's an improver. He caught the eye on his seasonal reappearance behind Covey at Haydock 3 weeks ago, given a real negative ride there. Finish with running left in the tank. Holly Doyle was up there. William Buick is up this afternoon. It's an eye-catching booking. I think the stiff uphill finish at Sandown over the mile trip will suit Bedorgan. Back to York for the 2:35, a fiendishly hard 7 furlong handicap, a class 3 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Well, Indian Falcon comes from the Richard Fahey yard that does really well at his local track. He's an unexposed handicap, as a winner at Pontefract first time out and then ran an absolute screamer last time out, and I think the step up to 7 furlongs will definitely bring about a little bit more improvement. Over to Sandown for the Scurry Stakes at 2:50, a listed contest up the middle of the track, the 5 furlong course. Padika was sent over to Chantilly last time out and showed a terrific attitude to win on the nod. Now, that was over 6 with a bit of cut in the ground. She's now over 5 on fast ground. It'll be rattling quick up the middle at Sandown on Saturday, but she's thriving, and Buick's book taking over from a French jockey last time. I don't think she'll mind the quicker ground. She's got plenty of all-weather form in the book, and I think she'll go really close with any luck in running. Over to York, it's called the Ebor Grand Cup Stakes, a listed contest over a mile 6, a slightly disappointing turnout, but a good opportunity for Quickthorn to make all the running. He's been running himself fit this summer so far, and I think he can get an uncontested lead. The ability of Jason Hart in a small field should count for plenty. He's already run with Credit and Maidan and Round here this season, and his latest 4th I thought was a lot better than the bare result. He jumped the path early on and he got harried at a strong pace, which didn't help his finishing effort. Over to Chester finally for the 3:20, 1 race covered there, a handicap over an extended 7 furlongs. Well, Saxon King, we're looking for a good day for Charlie Hills, and this is the 3rd runner of his we've tipped. Saxon King is thriving. He's a progressive handicap. He got taken on a long way out at York last time out. I'm hoping he'll be able to dominate from the front, get the rail. Always a good plan of attack at Chester under Kieran Schumacher. Best of luck with all 7 races on ITV on Saturday, betting experts.